Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Pick the one that applies. Today I am working on my autism one. But first I wanted to show you some of these cute cover reminders I made. I made this one. Let's see if I can get it in the camera. I found these at Hobby Lobby. I thought they were rather cute. And this one I really love. So I had problems getting this one on because the back wasn't exactly straight. So there we go. But it's even got like a chain in it. There you go. And an anchor and a octopus. I can't hold the hand up right. There you go. Some gears. I thought it was really, really cool. This cute little unicorn who was a pain in the butt to put a magnet on. And this cute little seahorse. Isn't he gorgeous? Sparkle. So, today we have Elizabeth. Hi. She's over there painting. She's come a long, long way.
You can kind of see the hair.
Yep, that's hair. That's
and
hair.
The hat.
The hat. She's flying off of his head.
Yeah.
Lots of flames.
It's connected to the it has a string, so.
It had a string.
It has a string. It gets a string during some point in the anime.
So today, if you saw my video when I unboxed these, which I haven't even put up yet, but you will before I do the other ones. So my brick must have turned off. My light board turned off. So this is I really, really love this one. This is the Autism Awareness Month, which is actually April, but because my son is autistic, I'm gonna hang it in our house all year long. And it says, okay to be different. I bought these at Hobby Lobby yesterday for $2.99. This is what I will be kitting up this kit in, pretty much as I go. I'm not there's not a lot to it. It's just it's a partial, which is fine by me. I don't want to have to do all that white anyways. And these are only this big. They're perfect for beads and drills and all that stuff. So, the first number I need is number 8.
Isn't that isn't all 310?
What?
I said that isn't all 310.
No. 3371. There it is. What happened to those scissors?
Okay.
There we go. Good pair of scissors.
I forgot to give you a pair of scissors after you said you didn't want one. See, I've got this pair of scissors.
Oh, God.
It's a dagger.
It's a
Scissor dagger.
Put it away so that you can see it. Really sharp.
Uh-huh. She said she wanted fancy scissors, so...
Not that fancy.
I got mine out. And she's like, not that fancy. And mine was buried at the bottom of a box, so... Yeah, keep it away from
Good old Fiskars. My
What?
favorite, because I'm left-handed. And...
Did you say Fiskars?
Fiskars.
Okay.
You like whiskers, but Fiskars?
Uh-huh.
Yawning, huh? Tired?
I told you I was tired.
I'm going to kit up as I go with this one because it's so tiny. Okay. I like these bags. There's 100, I believe, in these bags. Actually, I don't even need the light on. Yeah, that might be better for you guys too. There we go. Autism. This is my 4-placer. I absolutely love this 4-placer. As you can tell, I put it through wear and tear. Come on. Focus. Or not, but there, kind of, you can tell I put it through, you know what, that's all I'm going to say. Anyways, autism. At 2.5, my son was diagnosed with autism. I did not cry like a lot of people back then did. They cried when their child was diagnosed with autism. Actually, I do need my lamp. Sorry. I'm spoiled. What can I say?
She has bad eyesight.
Plus, I wear glasses. Okay, 2.5. He was diagnosed with autism. Yeah, this probably isn't no good. We're gonna have to. I forgot. I'm left-handed. No, I didn't forget I was left-handed. Here, we'll let you look at Beth's. Well, I switch it around this way so that you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Perfect. So one of the reasons why I knew to get him checked was because
Don't worry me.
he, if that falls over, I'm going to yell at you. I yell because I care. Because he wasn't talking. And so when we got him diagnosed, this was in Texas. When we got him diagnosed, he turned out to be severely autistic. No talk, headbutting, cement. Oh my God. Talk about give you a nightmare. Oh Lord. When your kid's head hits the floor, a cement ground, I mean, it's terrible because I had to go running after him to make sure he didn't hurt himself. So, through the years, well, first thing I did when I found out he was autistic was I went home and I researched everything about autism that I could find. And this was 19 years ago, so he wasn't that old. I mean, there wasn't that much on the internet to research, not like there is now. But I learned about PACS, and if some of you don't know what that is, it's like a notebook that you design that has Velcro pictures in it. And like if Scott wanted his glasses, he would hand me the picture of his glasses. Of course, he never wanted his glasses. Oh, talk about tough love. Oh, when my son was 1 year old, I had to pin him on the ground just to put his glasses on because he has what they call strabismus, and his eyes cross, I guess. And His eyesight ain't so great either. So his first glasses were about a 1/4 inch thick. So when I felt so bad for having to do that to him, but this was the only option that I could see to get him to put on his glasses, and I had to put an elastic band around it so that he didn't pull them off, because that was the first thing he was trying to do, is pull them off. He'd just grab right a hold of them and pull them off, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. One thing autistic kids don't like is change, which is odd because mine likes to move. He doesn't mind moving. He's been moving all of his life, I guess. So, I mean, to him, that's nothing new. But, so, with our son being autistic, we learned to pick our battles. I wish I'd learned how to pick up these drills too, because I pick one up and I think there's a drill on it, and there isn't. And so we've learned how to pick our battles. We've learned not to always give him what he wants. He used to be like, oh, I want to take a shower. At 7 o'clock, I got to take a shower. And I was like, no. You know, we're out somewhere. And he's like, we got to go home so I can take a shower. I'm like, no, we can't leave, you know. And then he eventually learned, as his dad calls it, not to be a slave to the clock. So he would learn. This is more in his older days, because like I say, he's 19 now. But when he was young, just to figure out how to get him to take a shower. And then that was rough. And then potty training was rough. But you can't give in. If there's one thing I always say, is my son has taught me patience. Because it takes a lot of patience to have an autistic kid. I mean, you know, you have to learn to be patient with them. They don't always tell you when they're sick, especially if they can't talk. How are you going to know? One of our going jokes with Scotty was, when he was younger, was we'd always say, did you make a mess? And he'd say, no. And we'd say, did you clean it up? And he'd say, yes. But he didn't make a mess. It was funny. So that was a joke. It was a long-running joke. It still goes sometimes. And Scott he was just, once he learned how to talk, kind of like Beth here, she had problems talking too at first. But once they learned how to talk, oh my God, you couldn't shut them up. Oh, I know you're over there laughing. And it's true, isn't it? Butterfly.
That's singing, not talking.
It's the same thing.
Not really.
I still can't shut you up. How's that? Between your singing and talking. Scotty, he's upstairs, and he likes to imitate shows that he likes. And so if they're yelling in the show, he thinks he has to yell when he imitates it. And I'll yell up there to him and I'll say, Scotty, stop yelling at yourself. I don't know how we broke Scott of headbutting. I wish I did, so that I could help you guys that have that.
So I can probably say.
Do you know how?
Dad can probably say, but he's at work.
Yeah. And during all of this time, my husband was in the military. So, when he got deployed, it felt like I was a single mom. Only with a paycheck, you know. I mean, that was nice. But we all missed him. We're glad he's back. He's not in the Army no more. He works at Intel now.
Yep.
So, that's how my son got used to moving, is because of the Army, I think. We've been moving ever since he was born. And gee, we're getting ready to move now. Does it bother him? No. He doesn't care. He's just like, can I see pictures of our new house? Well, we ain't got a new house yet. So, I mean, he's come a long ways. Now he can actually stay by himself for hours and hours. He goes out with his friends, and he always tells me where he's going, or asks me, can I go over to Noah's house with, just to for a sleepover, or can I go with such and such to lunch? And I'm like, do you got money? And this boy's been saving his birthday money for forever.
He never uses it.
He never uses it, and now he's starting to use it. So, Grandma and Grandpa, this part's to you. He's using his birthday money now.
Years.
All those years and years of his birthday and Christmas money, he's using it. But with autism, I think you have to kind of pick your battles. You have to figure out, okay, is this really important? Is this really bad? If he becomes addicted to this, or makes it a routine. And I learned quickly that a routine can happen from the very first time of watching, of just one time. Like say you gave him a candy bar. He doesn't like candy bars.
Soda.
Oh, soda. Yeah, he likes soda. Say you gave him soda, and you gave him one for lunch. Well, then he would think that he could get one every day for lunch. And I'm like, oh no, that's not happening. So when you do things like that, or when I did things like that, I had to make very clear to him that it's a one-time thing. Do not expect it tomorrow. I will sometimes reward him with an extra soda because he's only allowed one a day. But if he when he went from taking a shower once a week, and yes, I know that sounds horrible, but when your child is autistic and does not like water, oh, I was going to say, we're going to run out of that color. Does not like water or showers, you have to start slow and then build up. So, when he went from once a week to, twice a week, we gave, for his first one, we gave him, yeah, here comes the stampede, that is Scott.
Stampede?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
You're on camera.
This is the boy I'm talking about. His name is Scott.
Hi.
See?
I want my first Battleship game.
Oh, really? He plays Battleship with his friends.
I want to get Nathaniel the third time in Battleship.
Oh, boy. Do you see what I'm working on, Scott?
Diamond painting?
But look at it. What does it say?
Autism.
What does it say up here?
It's okay to be different.
Are you different?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows what normal is anyways. So what was I saying? Gee, wish I could just read.
Routines.
Huh?
Routines.
Routines. Yeah. They love routines. So I've had to teach Scotty that if he gets something extra, it's that one time only. He doesn't get it every time, do you, Scotty? Of course, his dad spoils him, gives him whatever leftover pop he has, for the day. He won't finish it, and he'll have to go to work, and he'll give it to Scott, half can or whatever. Scotty is not a germaphobe. And so he has learned, but it was hard at first. It was really hard to teach him, this is not a routine. What are you doing? Oh, the blue tack. So you got to pick your battles. These are my opinions only. These are not. I'm not a therapist, or I have nothing, no qualifications, except for I have an autistic son, and this is what has worked for me. When Scott was little and he tried on his first pair of sandals, we're talking, sandals, like he didn't know how to take them off, thank God. Because when he was little, we tried them on, and we had to listen to him scream all day because I refused to take them off. Believe me, even though it's 115 out here, a lot of us ended up outside. Because we'd rather take the heat than listen to him scream. But by the next day, he did not scream about sandals. Same thing about pajama shorts. He didn't like those either. And I was like, sorry, I'm not going to change them. And he didn't try to tear them off. And he's only hit me once. And I put the fear of mom in him without touching him. He's never hit me again. I don't know how. I just told him, don't you ever hit me. And, I used my big mama voice, the one that scares the kids. Right, Beth?
Sure.
So, yeah, that was the only time he hit me. And he hit me because I was unplugging all the computers so that he couldn't play on them. Because he did something wrong. He was being grounded from the computers. He did not like that, let me tell you. So when I was unplugging something, I think it was a monitor, he hit me in the back or something. And I didn't touch him. I just told him in a deep mama voice that said, don't you ever, ever hit me again. And he never has. I don't know how it got through, but he never has. Even when he's been mad. And he's been mad, let me tell you. He's good to ride with in the car. Especially in my van, because the van has 2 DVD players in the back. So that means Scotty gets one of his own. And then the girls had to, not so much anymore. But they had to
Share one?
share one, yeah, thank you.
And think of what movie we both want to watch.
Exactly. And they did that pretty easily.
Either that or take turns picking movies.
Yeah.
And if one of us didn't want to watch the movie, we just unplug. We would just take the headphones off, turn them off, and do our own thing. So.
See, that's good help. My other daughter has moved out. But I still got Beth. Yay!
Yeah, you stuck with me.
And do I look like I'm complaining?
No.
Tell them when you can move out.
Not allowed to move out. Wait, I've already said this.
No.
I said this last whip and chat.
Maybe the same people didn't see it.
I'm not allowed to move out until I'm 64.
Or until I die, whichever comes first.
Hopefully until I'm 64.
It's a joke me about that going.
Do, 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 do.
Because she's a really wonderful kid.
Because of the Beatles song.
But not only that, she's really helpful and wonderful. And she's a big help during this packing. So packing and moving. And I kind of gave her some slack this last couple of days. But she deserves it. Ah, run away.
Now I've got that song stuck in my head. I said now I've got that song stuck in my head.
I'm sorry.
Not your
Don't
fault.
you even ask her to play it.
Who? Oh, yeah, no.
I probably should cut off the number. I was beginning to worry there for a minute. I was like, oh no, we don't have enough. I mean, it's a little painting. Very small. Love the colors. There's no green, even though green is one of the autism colors, not purple. But hey, green is not my favorite color. Sparkle is. And then after that, purple. Oh, I gotta pour some of these in a tray. Yeah, and my fancy fingernail polish is messed up because super glue. Ugh. Super glue is your enemy.
Yeah, we were looking all day, most of the day yesterday for Leatherman, and we ended up finding it today. And I found it on accident.
Isn't that the way it goes? Is when you stop looking for something, you find it? So, I'm doing checkerboard on these because they are square. I want them to be nice and neat. And from now on, when I do squares, I think I'm just gonna do checkerboard on all of them. I don't care where they come from.
Ha. Ha 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 ha. What?
But if they're round, multi-placer it is. And do you do? Anyways, back to Scotty. He did not like the change of clothing, he did not like the change of shower times. But he did learn to, expand. He still, those little rubber bracelets that, I don't know if he had it in his hand. I'm sure he had one in his hand when you guys met him just now. He likes those. And he has countless numbers of them.
At least enough to fill up like a shoebox and a half.
Yeah. See? Countless. I'd love to go in there while he's going to school and just throw some of them away. He probably wouldn't even know it. But I'm not gonna. It's one of those battles. It doesn't harm anything, so why mess it up? Why mess with it? So, some other things. I'm trying to think of some other things Scotty did. Oh yeah, when he'd start crying in the car. Do you remember what we'd sing, Beth?
Was it Soft Kitty?
Nope.
Oh, it's a Texas song, right?
Yep. Deep in the heart of Texas.
That's right.
He loved that song for some reason.
Well, I think our school did like a little
performance.
performance, a play thingy,
I think they did
Show?
actually.
and I had to memorize that song. And I think I sang it to Scotty, and that got him hooked. Because where was he born?
Texas, Fort Hood, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He's my little army brat. He ain't so little anymore. He's taller than me now. But I still remember when he was little. He was so cute. Haircuts. Haircuts were a little hard at first, but then he figured out that, hey, they're not so bad.
He just has to sit there.
Yeah. And be good. Just sit there. And I'd offer him some kind of reward for being good, for getting haircuts, you know. I mean, there's nothing, in my opinion, kids should be rewarded too, as well as punished.
You know what Scotty liked when he was younger?
A lot of things.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. As a matter of fact, that was his first word. Marshmallows.
Yeah. Marshmallows was like his Scooby snack.
His Scooby snack.
It's true.
When he was really little, and we're talking maybe 3, 4, he was a little guy. And he stood up on the micro, I think he was about 3. He stood up on a stool and pointed to on top of the microwave, and I swear to God, he said marshmallows. And me and my husband, Jim, we looked at each other and we was like, what? What did he say? We asked Scott, what did you say? And he said, marshmallows. Oh my God. We took him back to his high chair and we grabbed a bag of marshmallows, of course, and we gave him the whole bag. Here you go, son. You said marshmallows. Good job. We made it a big deal, and he remembered. And that's how he started learning how to talk. It was, I mean, even though we've moved around from place to place, he has learned a lot of things. He's had a lot of teachers. And I always say it takes a special person to teach special kids. Because he had a great time in school. He really did. And his teachers were amazing. Amazing. I got a video where Scott is he's counting, he's singing the numbers song, and it's really cute. And he was just a little chubby thing. I mean, chubby. Looked like Michelin Man. Mm-hmm. And I know y'all are sitting back there saying, don't say that about your kid. Well, if you saw him, you'd say it too. And so he was really chubby, and he was singing this song. Beth, you want to sing this song for us?
Number song?
Yeah. You gotta come in here.
Wait, I need Scotty.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it needs an echo. Scotty!
Gotta go get Scotty, apparently. I hope all of you are doing wonderful today. We're doing great. This one won't pick up. It's like, no, I'm not going to pick up. I swear my drills have a mind of their own. Come on, Scotty.
It needs an echo. Couple seconds. He's coming down. You'll hear the stampede probably.
Nope. He's not stampeding, I don't think. Oh, he is stampeding. Really?
Come on. Chop chop.
Chop chop. Really? Slave driver.
Over here.
Come on, do this for the people.
Where you going?
Get back here. There he is.
Okay. Come here.
Come on. I'm not going to bite you.
I know you ain't gonna bite me.
This is what happens when you take him away from his computer.
Well, that's all right. I'll just take him away from his friends.
No, you.
Yes, I will. I'll say no next time.
Scotty,
So, help us.
come stand over here.
You're gonna sing a song.
You're gonna be my
A
echo.
couple of songs. Okay, you can sit there.
Why did I have to sing a couple songs?
Because you know
And you're a good singer.
Oh my gosh.
him. Okay. Okay. One.
Wait. Scotty, we're having chicken today. A little louder. Flap! You didn't flap.
He's
Okay,
sitting
wait.
down.
I don't feel like
Scotty, we're having chicken tonight.
I don't feel like flapping.
Flap. That's my boy. Okay, go ahead.
1, 2. You know how the song goes.
3, 4.
No,
1, 2.
you're supposed to say 1, 2.
It's pretty much an echo.
1, 2,
3, 4,
3, 4,
5, 6, 7,
5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10,
8, 9, 10,
11 and 12,
11, 12,
13, 14,
13, 14,
15, 16, 17,
15, 16, 17,
18, 19, 20.
18, 19, 20.
Let's go. We're singing the number rock. I said, let's go. We're singing the number rock. Then it repeats.
And see, show them your band, Scotty. Show them your band.
Show me your hand.
On your hand.
Your right hand.
Yeah, see? He's got one of those bands. Always does.
It's
Hey, sing the Casey Jones.
Is it Casey Jones song?
Wasn't that already on video?
Nope, it's not in this video.
I'm pretty sure that's already on YouTube.
Come over here. Come on.
Driving the train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that ocean just crossed my mind.
Thank you.
He dropped his band mid-song.
That's all right. Beth went and picked it up.
He went to go twirl it on his finger because he likes to do that.
No!
Hey, it's
Accident! It falled. It's all your fault,
It's
Beth.
not my fault.
Yes, it is.
It
Remember, I
falls-
told you.
No,
If it falls, it's going to be your fault.
no, you're the one who put it back down. It's not my fault.
Can you tell Mom doesn't like to take...
Mom says it's your fault.
Excuse me?
Oh, and then Scott has to put his 2 cents in, of course. He learned that from his sisters. They always butt in when I'm disciplining one of them.
Well, Scotty takes Dad's side for most things. Like, if Dad says something, Scotty just has to repeat it.
Look, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. There we go. So, Scott is a little singer. I think he does pretty good.
Hey, Scotty, do you remember the Texas song?
The stars at night.
How big and bright.
Doo, 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 doo. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's all I know.
I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
I can't believe you forgot that. That was your favorite song. That's okay.
That's all I know.
It was your favorite song when you was little. Really little. It's okay.
I'm always forgetting the lyrics.
It's okay, son. We forgot them too, so don't worry. I have my ways of making him do things.
Nope, I have no idea what the next line is. I have a feeling we were in Texas when that happened.
Yeah, we were. We were at Lackland Air Force Base.
Ah.
It's in San Antonio, Texas.
Do you remember another one of our little performances was down by the bay?
Oh my God. Go ahead, Beth.
Well, you know, JC just randomly started singing it at work, and I was like, I know that song.
Really?
Yeah. JC's a back bartender.
Okay, go ahead and sing it.
I forget how it goes.
All of a sudden.
No, we were singing songs.
It was down by the bay.
Where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say. Have you ever seen a llama wearing pajamas down by the bay?
That's for you, Miss Coffee.
Why?
She loves llamas.
Ah.
Keep going.
Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say. Here, you do this part, because you're my mother.
I don't know.
Can't think of any more. Nope. That's the toughest thing to remember about that song.
Yeah.
Here, where's my phone?
Oh no.
I got
So-
my phone. Just for the peoples.
Just for the peoples?
I got a new phone. See?
Oh yeah, they care.
New phone.
You made me put a nothing on there.
Well, I might as well show it off. Because it... Oh.
Everybody gonna steal your phone number now.
They don't know my phone number.
I do.
Hey, Google. Down by the Bay lyrics.
Here are the lyrics for the song Down by the Bay.
Have you ever seen a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay.
Keep
Have
going.
you ever seen a whale with a coconut tail? That's one of the ones that. Wow. Okay. It just if you have enough rhymes, you can keep on going and going and going.
Like the Energizer Bunny. Yeah. I'm going and going.
Have you ever seen a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay, down
Can't
by
say I
the
have.
bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Have you ever seen a fly wearing a tie? Down by the bay. Wait, if I have,
See what I mean? Butterfly.
Alexa. No, not Alexa. Never mind. Alexa, go home.
Yeah, we have one of those in the kitchen.
Pretty sure they've heard it.
It's pretty handy.
Ah. Hold on. Let me look up lyrics.
For what?
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas, the sage in bloom is like perfume. Deep in the heart of Texas, reminds me of the one I love. Deep in the heart of Texas. Internet, they have everything. I remember the sage in bloom.
I did too. That was the only one I remembered.
I'm
Yeah.
actually surprised I remembered the number song Scotty didn't.
Oh, he was really little. He was like 2.5 when he was going to school at.
I don't know.
I know.
You just ran around the side.
I'm just gonna say in San Antonio. He enjoyed going to school there. And that was like his second school. He's also been going to school since he was a year old. The poor kid. He's been going to school all of his life and still is. But now he goes to school for
School.
school. He goes to school for air quotes for life skills. They teach him how to do laundry. They teach him how to work, how to manage a bank account. I think that's a really good idea for kids with special needs. And that is totally free, plus the bus comes and picks him up in the morning. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to get up in the morning because Scott is so smart. He gets up in the morning, he sets his alarm, and he makes his sandwich ahead of time because one time, here's a prime example of a one-time thing becoming a routine. Excuse me while I take a drink. It's red Fanta. I skipped the tea. So,
I thought you were talking about the drink, but now you skipped the natural tea.
oh God, what was I talking about, Beth?
Prime example of routines and sandwich.
Our neighbor made him a sack lunch one time because he used to eat lunches at school. So our neighbor thought she'd be nice to make him a sack lunch. Ever since then, he wanted a sack lunch. And I used to make him a lunch and put notes in them like, hey, love you, have a great day, or whatever. And he could read them. And ever since that one day that my neighbor made him sack lunches, he thought that from then on he was getting sack lunches. To this day, and this has been 10 years ago, to this day, he's still eating sack lunches. He has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he makes it himself now. Yay. He can put notes in there for himself if he wants. He has a peanut butter jelly sandwich, some
Crackers,
yeah, like
juice box.
In a juice box, like peanut butter and cheese crackers or old fishes.
Goldfishes.
What he used to call them, yeah, old fishes. And he would have that. And so he makes his sandwich the night before, which I think is pretty smart. That must have been his dad's work. He makes the sandwich the night before, and then he is ready for the in the morning he packs his lunch.
4? That's the number I'm working on.
Not me. I'm working on 9.
I've been working on 4. I got them okay, and now I've been working this entire time on 4.
Oh, it is so it's been a roller coaster with him. I don't regret a bit. I wouldn't trade him for anyone. I think he's a wonderful kid just the way he is. He's turned out to be quite the young man. He went to prom. He even had a date. He went to junior prom and had a date. He graduated from high school. And, he doesn't know how to drive. I don't think I'm ever going to get him to learn how to drive. You saw how hard it was just to get him over here to sing a song. He's like, Mom, do I have to? So, I don't try to make him do things that he can't do. Like, there's a lot of foods he won't even try. Like his own birthday cake, for example. He wouldn't eat birthday cake at all. He doesn't like birthday cake. So,
He doesn't like any kind of cake.
okay, but the only kind of cake we really have in the house is birthday cake. My favorite.
I don't know. Next time we go to the store, I might just get a cake.
Yeah, because your birthday's coming up.
It is, yeah.
August 23rd.
Yep.
So, he's been quite the job, you know, and I don't say it in a bad way. I just think of all the fights that we've had to go through, like, you know, tried to get him to settle down, and, you know, like when he was screaming for his shoes. Ah, my shoes! He was screaming for his shoes. I wouldn't give in, because if I gave in to him, and yes, he was smart enough even back then to figure this out, that if I...
Go ahead. I'm just getting clawed over here.
Oh, she's just getting clawed. You don't mess with Asia. We've had Asia for, oh gosh, 10 or more years. And some people just don't get the gist. You don't mess with the cat.
Well, now she might be hugging my hand. So hot.
So, it's been a lot of work, and he's turned out so well. I mean, really. And like I said, a lot of that has to do with teachers too. He's had some really, really good teachers.
Ow.
And I salute them. I mean, if any of you guys are special need teachers out there, I salute you, because I know it takes a special person to teach special kids.
Also, for teachers, Alamo is giving out.
If you live in
If you live in Chandler, Gilbert, well, not Gilbert, but Chandler or Tempe.
if you live in the valley,
If you live in Arizona, in Chandler or Tempe, Alamo Draft House is giving away free tickets to teachers, because is it
teacher
July?
appreciation.
Yeah, Teacher Appreciation Month. I don't know what month, but it's until August 19th, and it's every Wednesday. You can get free tickets. But you have to bring your ID and show them.
No worries. I got a few teachers in mind for that.
Well, it ends August 19th, so.
It wasn't a plug. It was she was just letting you know if there was anyone out there. That way you guys could go see a free movie. You know, who doesn't want to go see a free movie?
Because I work at the Alamo Draft House.
Yes, we know.
So, yeah.
I got two of them together. Look, with a single placer. This is not a multi-placer. It's a single placer. So I guess I'll do it like that. Look at that. Perfectly lined. Leave the cat alone.
She's meowing at me.
So mostly the hardest parts was to get Scott to stop drinking pop all the time. Because, you know, sometimes you get annoyed and you're like, okay, I'll give you this if you be quiet. You know, and sometimes you can only take so much. But I wouldn't take his sandals off, because then that'd teach him, you know. And of course, I probably taught him that if he yells and screams, he gets pop. Well, not really. He gets Kool-Aid. Now he has to drink 2 bottles of water.
3.
3. Oh, that's right. Morning, noon, and morning, noon, at night.
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Okay.
Because you don't want him to be dehydrated in heat.
Yeah, because here in Arizona it gets extremely hot. And I told him for doing that I will give him on a certain day. I think it was a Saturday. A week from then, I said I'd give you an extra can of pop so that you can have for lunch. You can have one for lunch and one for dinner. And he liked that, and he does it. The reward system has always worked for him. It didn't always have to be an item. Sometimes hey, good job, Scotty. You know, that was enough for him sometimes when he was little. Now it's like, give me. Give me pop. So, you know, it's the little things, you know. You gotta pick your battles. You gotta say, okay, is this worth fighting over? No, not really. So I'm not gonna fight over that. I'll pick my battle when it's worth fighting over. And believe me, we've had plenty of them.
By the way, if you hear crinkling, it's because I'm eating sixlets.
Sixlets.
Yes.
It's not diamond crinkling. Sorry.
How can diamonds crinkle? Oh, okay.
Duh,
I don't
big red
have
shark.
those.
I'm just saying.
I have shaky. I have shaky.
She has Tic Tac.
I have shaky.
I do not like the Tic Tac containers that much.
Well, I do. So.
Well, good for you. This is my 4th diamond painting. You're still on your 1st.
I haven't really progressed this as much.
You mean you haven't done it?
No, I haven't progressed this as much.
So, Scott can also, luckily Scott was taught to write in cursive. Because I guess they don't teach that to kids now. And that's a shame. Because cursive is great. I think it is anyways. But they don't teach it. So, how you gonna learn your signature if you can't write in cursive, you know? So they taught Scott how to write in cursive, and his cursive is so nice. I told him, Scott, from now on in school, I want you to write in cursive. And I explained to his teacher the same thing. I want him to write in cursive because he does it, and if he stops doing it, he's going to forget how to do it. Just like we forgot the words to the song. It happens. So he writes in cursive all the time now. I am so proud of him. And his cursive is very nice. What are you doing?
Watching Asia.
With your shoulder?
Oh, I have an itch.
She had an itch.
So I don't know cursive, but I do have my own language.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I have actually multiple languages, so...
Well, it is a whip and chat with Beth, so...
I'm going to steal this.
No! I'll have the whole thing done by the time you get done.
See? There's a notebook that I kind of have... Stay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Telling the camera to stay.
It's not a dog, you know.
I don't care. I tell inanimate objects to stay.
She used to tell people to stay, too, and I'm like, hey, I'm not a dog.
I have tracing paper over them so that they don't smudge, because I like to draw on the top. Yeah, and then I have little tabs. They're like, if you can focus.
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 There we go. They're little sticky notes. Back to Mom.
Got two again. One was upside down.
Gotta go. Okay, can you go back there? Oh, the tabs look all nice.
Yeah.
And I did those tabs and all that tracing paper yesterday because I had to borrow Mom's cutting board and X-Acto knife, and she was like, "What do you want that for?"
Because I'm a quilter too, so I have cutting mats, not cutting boards. Cutting
What's
mats.
the difference?
It's not a board. That's the difference.
I mean, you can draw it.
Yeah, so you come to one of the parts you cut on. Anyways, back to autism. There will never be a cure for autism, I don't think. And I know they're working on it, but you know, I think the best thing you can do with autism is don't always give in to them. Don't always say, "Oh yeah, you can have this if you just shut up." Like I tried. And we used to sing to him to keep him quiet, but that's different. That was only in the car. So we just had our techniques. I know there's a lot of people out there with autistic kids, and each one of them are different. And I've seen many autistic kids, adults. I don't teach. I don't, state what I did like I'm doing now. I'm only giving you my opinions as to what I did for my son for autism. And he's come a long way. At one time, Scott could tell you what day your birthday was on that year. So if it was this was
Do you want my calendar?
no, say this was 1996. No, wait, he wasn't even born.
1 year.
How about 2005? Say this was 2005. He was born in 2000. So he could tell you. You just tell him what day or what date your birthday was on. Like Beth's is on August 23rd.
1995.
Yeah, she was born in 95. And he could tell you what day that was, day of the week. He'd go like deers in headlight look, like he's trying to look it up in his brain or something.
Mind Palace.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure what it was exactly. So
It's a Sherlock reference.
Mind Palace.
The
He's going to look up his Mind Palace.
BBC Sherlock.
But he never got it wrong. We'd use our phone and we'd look it up, and yeah, you were right. He could just amaze people. I mean, I took him to restaurants. I said, "Can we sit kind of far away from everybody else?" And you know what? I wasn't about to leave my son at home or not go to restaurant, go out to eat just because he's autistic. If you can get him to sit there, then you got half the battle already beat. All you got to do is get him to sit there. And if somebody says something, I'll be like, I'm sorry, but he's autistic and we are out on an adventure. You know?
You should mention that Scotty is an extrovert.
Is he?
Yeah, he goes up to people and says, "Hey, what's your name?"
That's
Can I get a
true, he
picture?
does. You don't see me sliding that one. So yeah, Scotty is an extrovert. His oldest sister's an introvert. Weird. And Beth is an extrovert, and I'm an extrovert. And Dad's an introvert.
Kind of.
Definitely.
Hmm.
What do you mean, kind of?
Kind of.
Definitely. So, but back to Scotty, you know, we've learned to just, you know, take it a day at a time and, you know, not always give him what he wants. If it's something within reason, then, sorry, I got distracted by the great-tailed grackle outside. It's a blackbird that kind of looks like a crow, but it's got a really long tail. And see, we don't have deer, squirrels, and stuff like that here in Arizona. We have scorpions and diamondback snakes and spiders, yeah, and cactuses and yeah, I know it's cacti, but you know I've always said cactuses, so I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna change. Too old. I can't remember anything else. Do you remember any other stories about Scotty? Oh, he had his Robbie the robot.
Mm. And the what's it called?
The spelling thing.
Yeah, that thing. Well, there was a spelling one, and then there was a math one.
It's a circle thing that was orange.
No, it was yellow.
Yellow. That's what. Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. But he had his Robbie the robot, and it would quiz him, and he'd learn the answers, and then he'd know the answers, and then he loved this thing. He took it everywhere except for to school. He finally learned he had to leave it at home. And I swear Scott was smart enough that he could probably still could, be in a spelling bee. He spells really good.
Right. It was here it is. Quantum Leap Turbo Twist spelling.
Turbo twist. Yes, here we go. It's a turbo twist. Oh my God. Yes.
Like I said before, the internet can find everything.
Okay, find a Robbie the robot or whatever.
You know, I didn't know the name of this one, so Robbie the robot should be easy.
I think that's what his name
Robbie
is.
the robot toy.
Found it already. When he wrote the first one, which was years after he got it, we had to get him another one. We probably found it on eBay, I think.
You sure it's oh wait, it could be IE.
Yeah, I think it is IE.
There's an actual Robbie the robot.
Okay, we're moving up to the heart. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, I really like this. I'm sorry. This
wasn't like Casey or something.
Casey the Kinderbot. How about that?
Because Robbie the robot is an actual thing.
Roger. Casey the Kinderbot.
Okay. Yeah, that thing.
Oh yes, this thing. Look at this. It had buttons you could push for each answer, red, blue, green, or yellow. And oh my God, he loved this thing.
Let me show you what Robbie the robot brings up.
No one, Danger Will Robinson. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Lost in Space.
Yeah.
I had the wrong thing in mind. Oh well.
Good thing I said Casey.
No, I said Casey.
No, I said Casey.
No, I said
You
Casey.
can look back on the video. It's recording. And I said, you sure it wasn't like Casey or something?
It was Casey the Kinderbot. Anyways, we found it.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved that thing.
Yep.
And it just made him smarter. Anything that makes him smarter is good in my opinion. We get to play with some ABs for the first time. Woohoo!
More sixlets.
And these are sparkle.
You're asking where I got sixlets. Blame her.
I got them at Dollar Tree. They didn't taste right to me, so I gave them to her.
I think they're Easter themed.
Probably. And you know, kids, they'll eat anything that's sweet. Look at these. Ooh, little ABs. Put the number in there. So Scott would learn how to spell with that, what was it called again?
The twist it?
Turbo Twist.
Turbo twist.
Boy, we finally, during one of our moves, we had to pack that in a box.
Oh, we're probably gonna find it when we move.
I think I might have gotten rid of it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I've gotten rid of the,
Casey?
yeah. Lord forbid he see that now. I don't think he'd like it as much now.
But he already knows all the answers.
I know. He's really smart. He's good at math. He's not up to grade level in a lot of subjects. But in some things he excels in. Whatever he chooses, you know. You never know what he knows until he tells you. And that's the hard part. So he's been, I've had to force feed him regular food because he loved baby food. And that's all he'd eat was baby food. I'm like, no, you're not getting no more baby food. And then he went to stay, no offense, Grandma and Grandpa, he went to stay with his grandparents while we got a house in Virginia through the military. And they got him back on baby food. Because they said, you shouldn't force him. Well, the only way to get him to do something is to force him. Something new. I make him try new meals. If he doesn't like it, okay, well, you tried it. Good for you. Or as a friend of mine would say, good on you. So when we got him back, we had to start all over again. And it was a nightmare. It was hard. It's hard to make your kid, it's hard to force your kid to do something, especially if he doesn't want to do it. And I've had to deal with that many a times. But I knew, and me and my husband were always in agreement. We always agreed that what we thought, was right for our son. And he's turned out really good. So it must have been what was right for him. Because now he can actually, if I had to go to work at night, he could actually stay home by himself. Granted, I had the house secured like Fort Knox, and if he opens the door or turns off the alarm, I know about it. So, you know, that's all I can say about that. But, you know, and I like to believe it came from all that trying to get him to do things he didn't want to do. You know? He even rode a horse. I mean, the horse was led by somebody, but he was on it. And to this day, he may not know the name of the horse, but I do. Do you know the name of the horse, Beth?
No?
It was Peanut.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, I being the mom, of course, would remember something like that. Whereas, she's just sister. They don't remember. They got enough to remember of their own. Don't you, Beth?
Mm-hmm.
Like taking that photography class so you can get your associate's degree. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, I hope you guys learned something from this. I mean, I hope it helps you. When I had a guy come out to our house to teach us how to deal with autism, he wanted to set up a notebook, a PEX notebook for Scotty. And I said, "Oh, you mean one of these?" And he about fainted. He said, "I've never ever seen a parent initiate the notebook before the school." I'm like, "Well, you have now. Because this is what I learned. This is what I learned on the internet on how to help my son." Wow. All my wax just came out. That was some sticky wax. Look at that. All just came out. Give me your tweezers, please. Your crappy tweezers.
Oh.
Yep. You know what that means? It means I should have cleaned it out first.
Here, do you want this wax?
No. Huh. Well, it's all nice and clean now.
Tweezers?
Yeah. No. My fan. So Scott's been through a lot of schools. He's never went to the same school twice, really. Until he got to high school. And that's a lot of school, let me tell you. But he learned from all those, and he did not mind. He only minded once changing schools. And he went there only one day. And he's like, "No, I want to go back." And that was at
Bashes?
yep. The one with the bulldog. That's because we prepped him for it. We said, "Oh, Scotty, you're going to be a bulldog," because that was the school in the neighborhood. But we found out that, no, that's not how it's going to go. He's going to go to a different school. And then he didn't like that. He just did not like that. But he got used to it. And everything was fine. He likes riding the bus, though. He does. I think he still does.
I like riding the bus.
You ain't rode a bus in I don't know how long. Need a couple of them?
Yeah, I walked to Hamilton.
Yep. Hey, where's the credit card?
I have no clue.
Just pulled my wax out again. It's in my pink box, I think. Or it's on the table. I think I saw it on the table. Yeah, this is a trick I've learned. I don't know. I saw it briefly on somebody's internet or somebody's YouTube, and then when I tried to go back to it, I could not find it. I could not figure out where I saw it from so that I could try to do it.
That's most fan fiction right there.
Huh?
That's most fan fiction right there. When you read a fan fiction and you don't save it, you have no idea where you got it from.
Okay, so this is just a typical Starbucks card. Well, it was. And I put blue tape on it, and I put these squares and rounds on it. So now, when I put fresh wax in my thing, I push it on the red one, or on a square one, in this case, and then you can go like this to get it off. This works extremely great with the blue tack or whatever, any of those. Beth, your blue tack?
I thought you said you didn't want.
I'm gonna show it for this stuff. This stuff looks like Swiss cheese, but it's really good. I don't think they can see it. No.
They couldn't see it before because I had a resin on it.
This is a pen I made for my daughter Elizabeth. She likes it because it's got yellow on it.
It's got complementary colors on it.
Yeah. So that's why my wax kept coming out, because I wasn't pushing it in. Why are these stuck together?
Because they like each other.
Okay. There we go. Now I ain't got anything coming out of it either. That's a good tip. There you go. Tip. Diamond painting tip. Do something like that. You don't even need super glue. If you do your own nails, like I do, most of my nail stuff is now packed in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly. Woo-hoo-hoo. I used nail glue to glue those beads on. Those resins, drills, whatever you call them. Why won't this pick up? Doesn't like me anymore. Because it came out again. I think it's time to get a new pen.
Here.
Beth's going to go get me a new pen.
You want to borrow mine?
No.
Don't be surprised with what I returned with.
Okay, the stuff came out 4 times. Or 3 times now. Bring me one of my feather ones. Feathers.
There you go.
What's behind your back? This is another one I made. That's a pen. I knew it. This is another one I made. And I bet you guys have seen these before. Also, I bought one from Donnie, too, so. Okay, let's get some stuff in here. What's in here? Nothing.
You said give you another pen, so I gave you a pen. To you too.
Everybody's got to be a smart aleck. Trying not to cuss. Stay in this time.
Well, I don't have that problem. I don't cuss.
That's true, she doesn't. I tell her she's an adult, she's allowed to. I need the credit card. Charge it.
Do.
Gets all the extra stuff off. So, I tell her she's an adult. She can do whatever she wants, pretty much. But she doesn't She doesn't cuss. Yay. She doesn't smoke. Yay. She doesn't drink. Yay.
I mean, I try beer occasionally.
She's not pregnant. Yay. Of course, she looks like she's 12, but she's actually 23.
It's going to be 24.
That's true. This month. I love these ABs. They're so pretty. Oh, missed one again. I guess that pen's finally seen the end. It got too slickery or something. Slickery. Can you see the ABs on those? Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Whoa, timber.
Don't fall, don't I?
You know, I always get that from there. Don't fall, don't die. Now, some of you might know I'm a gamer too. Yeah, I'm stuck too.
I don't think that's a direct reference to anything.
Is it? Isn't it?
I don't know. If it is, post it in the comments.
Yeah. If it is, post it in comments. If it's a reference for a game, I know there's Don't Starve.
No. Well, there is Don't Starve and there's Don't Starve Together, but I don't think it'll be from there.
No. Could be from Minecraft.
Don't fall, don't die. Don't dig straight down.
Oh,
You don't
God.
regret that.
You never know how much entertainment you're going to get.
I listen to Minecraft parodies. And my favorite YouTuber has been playing Minecraft. And so far, the most quoted thing he says is, Creeper. Aw, man.
And why would he say that, Beth?
From a Minecraft parody.
There's a Minecraft parody?
Yeah, it's from a Minecraft parody.
How does it go? No, don't sing it. No, I want you to sing it.
I don't know how it goes. It's a parody of DJ's Got Us Falling in Love Tonight by Usher. I know
Okay.
'cause Usher sued the people who made it. Because the parody was more popular than his video.
That's terrible when somebody sues you because your parody is more popular than the original song.
Just gonna play. Skip
No, you can't.
Oh, copyright.
Because copyright.
Aw.
Sorry. We don't want to get
Okay.
anybody in trouble.
For those of you interested, look it up. Usher's gonna be even more jealous.
Great.
Great. Usher actually made them make another parody of the same song because it was too popular. Wait, I have it. I'm just not gonna play it. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna see. 186 million views.
For the parody that was more popular than the original. Is that where you're getting at?
Original's got 255 million views.
And how much does the parody have?
186.
Well, then it's not more
It's
popular.
not more popular. Maybe it's because it was stealing their thunder. Maybe it's because
Thunder Thieves.
everybody liked the parody more better than they did the. If you like the parody, look it up. If you already like it, say in the comments.
I hope you can see. So I guess we're gonna wrap this whipping chat up.
Before I start singing.
Yeah, or she breaks copyright laws or something. We can't have that now. Oh, she's over there singing it to herself now.
I don't know how it goes, so I'm just mentally humming it in my head.
Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you are somebody that has or knows somebody with autism, I hope this kind of helps you on your path, because I know it's not an easy path, and every autistic child is different. Heck, one of my son's friends that is, I think, autistic or he's special needs, he drives a car now. So I'm like, wow, that is incredible. So there's always hope. I mean, I couldn't be any happier for my son right now. He has chores. He gets punished, just like everybody else. Matter of fact, his other sister used to say, "Why doesn't Scotty get punished?" Oh, he gets punished. Just different ways, because different things affect different kids. So, now we're starting on that heart. It's starting to look really pretty. I love it. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like. A thumbs up and a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And don't forget to hit that bell, yeah, that thing. Because you never can tell when I'm going to make a video. No, you packed all the bells.
I packed all the bells.
I'm sorry. They're all packed.
Shame.
Shame, shame. Soy, soy.
Soy. Soy means shame on you, by the way.
In Japanese, I think.
No, it's literally SOY. Shame on you.
Oh. So,
If you want Japanese, Boshi is hat. Because Luffy, the main character of One Piece, calls his hat Boshi.
so he calls his hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't say he was smart. I just said he was my favorite character.
That's funny. So, again, I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever. It's getting dark. Get my house, let's show you.
7:30. It's
See,
here.
it's getting dark.
Ah, no. You lovely resident. Where's my tweezers?
I stole them. So, thank you all for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless and good night. See you in the next video.